Capital Stage has built a reputation for bold, thought-provoking theater, and their Playwrights Revolution Festival is a perfect example. 4 new plays, 4 nights, 1 night only staged readings, fresh from the page. It's a rare chance to hear a play being born with the playwright in the room and the audience hearing it for the very first time. Today, we're getting a sneak peek at this year's finalists. Joining us today are Liz Gray, Managing Director of Capital Stage, and Michael Stevenson, Artistic Director of Capital Stage. Thank you both for joining us again back in the studio.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us. Yeah. We're always excited to be back here on Your California Life.
Yeah, well, you're always bringing fun stuff for us to talk about. So let's talk about the Playwrights Revolution. Tell us about it and why it's become such a highlight for Capital Stage.
Yeah, it's a new works festival that we bring to the theater every year at the end of our season. So it's a fun way to sort of celebrate the work that we've done throughout the course of the year. The Playwrights Revolution Festival is a way to introduce our audiences to up-and-coming playwrights, new writers in not only the area but across America. We open the possibility for playwrights to submit their works. And this year we had 399 submissions in 1 week. And so we had to shut off the window really quickly because there's so many people out there who are excited to have their work be told on stage.
Yeah, I think that's amazing that there's so many submissions, you know, and the fact that you were able to narrow it down, kudos to you.
There's actually a giant reading committee of 10 people everybody has to look over. It takes weeks and weeks and weeks to get through them all.
Okay, and we're going to talk about some of them. Let's start with The Abundance. What's this play about?
This is a great play. It's a comedy of sorts about what's called an MLM, a multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh.
And there's a young woman who's moved into the neighborhood. She's new, and everybody is part of Simple Life. They have all Simple Life products in their home. Yeah. One of them they use is like, I'm not kidding, they use it on the floor. It's like this very amazing oil, and they also put it in their coffee. And so this woman is discovering more and more, and it's about belonging and what's the line between belonging and going too far down the path of belief just to keep yourself from being lonely. Okay. So it's a wonderful, funny. One of the characters is a bottle of Simple Life tonic who talks to people.
Okay.
So it's pretty
Gotta
awesome.
check that one out.
Yeah.
Okay. In addition to The Abundance, there's also Lumen. Give us a preview of this unique story.
So Lumen is set in a kind of idyllic community off of the 6 hours from San Antonio in Texas. Yeah. And a journalist comes to the community to see what these people are doing and what is actually going on. He's heard rumors of trouble, and they're presenting a kind of serene front. There's a very powerful woman called Ma who's in the play, and Julian and she go back and forth about a couple of things that turn up. It's a mystery. It also asks the question, what's the difference between believing in something and being in a cult? Where's that line drawn?
That clear, okay. And then the third finalist is The Storm. What can audiences expect from that?
Awesome play. It's actually a British playwright. It's a story about Eowyn O'Neill. She's a young, hard-hitting political reporter, and she has discovered a scandal that could literally, a corruption scandal, bring the current government in England down. And as she proceeds, and they argue about whether to publish, one of their benefactors is a kind of Jeff Bezos figure who's bought the newspaper, keeping it alive in the digital era. And it turns out there's many connections in the newsroom than people thought. So you also get to discover some pretty crazy truths.
Yeah, all right. I like how you ended it with that cliffhanger. And then lastly, Species. Tell us about the premise for this one. Species of least concern.
It's a scientific term when you're looking over environmentally an area, which species is the strongest and doesn't need to be worried about. This is a story about Wayne Hatfield. He's an obsessed professor at an Ashland University. He thinks he has seen a bumblebee that went out in extinction called Bombus franklini. And it's started overtaking his life. And at the same time, the place where he found it on the mountaintop, it's Ashland, mountain bikers are creating new trails and destroying habitat. And I love this play because at the beginning it says this play requires 2 to 4 expert mountain bike drivers. And you have to build ramps on stage in order for the mountain bike drivers to do their tricks. And it all kind of comes together when somebody sabotages the trail and puts a wire across the trail. So there's a lot going on. It's a wonderful play.
Yes, I mean, 4 amazing different plays, it sounds like. Liz, how can viewers experience the festival and where can they get their tickets?
Yeah, so each of the plays is on one night in particular, so it's one night only from August 12th through August 15th. You can go to capstage.org to get your tickets there, or join us at the box office at 2215 J Street, and you can pick up your tickets there. We're expecting really great turnouts for this. It's always a really beloved part of our season, and it gives folks an opportunity to watch something new, watch something interesting, and come to the theater in a different kind of way.
Yeah, and I love that. Like you said, one night only for those 4 nights. So if you can go and see all 4 in the 4 different nights, take advantage. Liz and Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
Yeah, to our viewers, as mentioned, one night only stage readings will be presented August 12th through the 15th. Q&A sessions between the audience and artists immediately to follow each staged reading. For more information, you can visit their website at capstage.org/playwrights-revolution.